Everyone, welcome back to the channel LJ Scale Models, and welcome back to this part 2 on the 172 scale Airfix Chinook. By the time this comes up on YouTube, the big day will be over. So I hope you've had a wonderful Christmas, and I'd like to thank my new and old subscribers for sticking along on this journey. So without further waffle from me, let's get over to this. Cheers. Hey guys, so welcome back to the bench for this part 2, and welcome back to the painting part, well, the primer part. So what I've been doing, obviously part 1 was I finished off all the construction. So this part, I've been putting on the masks. Now I had to wait a bit of time for these masks. It came from these guys here. It only cost me £5 or £6, but took like 18 days, 19 days. And obviously it's because of the Christmas rush for Royal Mail. It took a wee bit longer to get here, and that's fine. So that held me up a wee bit. So I've been putting on the masks. I just finished off the cockpit, if you like, the front the front glazing. Wee uh bit tricky because I had to sort of figure out what goes where and what goes where and all the rest of it. But I finally got my thinking hat on. So basically, these ones here are basically around the edges of these bits here, and then you just fill it in. I couldn't figure out about this one here. Now it says here anti-glare mask. Ensure hole is covered. Now it took me a while to figure this out, but I eventually got it. So basically, I'm going to be doing this in Mr. Surfacer Black, right, and then put the pink down, or the desert the desert sand, whatever you want to call it. So I'm assuming that once you put down your main color, you take off that mask and then you paint it black. That's what it says on the instructions. Hopefully you can see that. Let me just bring that up to the camera to see. So this is this bit here. So I'm assuming that's the case. I have to put these two antennas on as well. Um, so so I think I've figured that out correctly. The only thing I need to do here then is so I need to put the that in onto the fuselage, and I then have to just do the wee blister view holes here. Now I don't think there's masks in the set for it. I mean they give you masks. I don't know what these external window masks. I don't get that. Because if you put that on, cover that's gonna cover it. I don't get these here. I don't understand that. So what I'll do is I'll put on some of this Mr. Hobby masking solid, that gel stuff. I'll put that on as delicately as can. And then I'll block up the back end of it as well. And then I'll get onto the prime. Okay, guys, let me get on with that. Cheers. Hey guys, so back at the desk here. So basically, I think it's ready for some paint. I just need to black off the back. Maybe a bit of sponge or something to squeeze in there. So finished off the glazing, got it all masked up. Um, Cockpit fits pretty well, except I think there's a bit of an issue on the bottom here, and I don't think it's a kit. I think it was me. It just seems to be this side of the fuselage, the port side, seems to be a bit ahead, and it's created quite a substantial gap there. I don't think that's a kit. I think that was me, and I only spotted it when I was putting this together. But I'll put a bit of putty in there, a bit of that AK plastic stuff, and that should be good to go. Um, I think there was meant to be a couple of wee things popped in here, but they pinged off into the night, unfortunately. And I think I've two more antenna just to pop in there, and then we're good to go. So there you are, guys. So let me crack on with that, and I'll get the paint out. Cheers. Right, so back at the desk here. So what I've done is I've primed the Right, the Chinook, and I've used this 1500 black Mr. Surfacer, finishing surfacer, 50/50 with this Mr. Color Thinner. Uh, and this was the result. I must say, beautiful black, absolute beautiful black. What's that? Oh God, some of that canopy mask, some of it. Come on, sure. Hopefully, I'll be able to clean that or top it down. I forgot to put these antennas on, so uh, done that. So that's a beautiful black, I must say, really nice. So what the plan is now is to set up and get this. It says matte desert sand, so it's this mixture here, 118 plus 34. Now they're Humbrol colors. I'll not be using Humbrol. I'm going to be using Tamiya. So it's 3 of white and 4 of 52, which is buff, I believe. No, flatter, beg your pardon. So this is the color we get here. Now what I've done a couple of samples, and this is a piece of plastic here that I've sampled it on. Now I have to say there was no black behind that. That was just pure grey, and I actually quite like that. That's. Now I know the pictures here aren't truly representative of what the color should be, but I really fancy that color. That seems quite realistic to me. Now, so this is what I've done on this. Now, this is going to be part of the kit. Obviously, this is the ramp, so it's going to be that. So you're not going to really see this. So if you see this upper bit here, this is the same. I've actually been a bit more enthusiastic there, but what I'm trying to, in my mind's eye, I want the black to be seen through. So it's a bit what's a bit worn or a bit more weathered looking. The bottom half here, I use this MRP uh, Desert Pink. Now, it actually says it's for the modern RAF Tornado, Jaguar, and Buccaneer. Now, I've tried it there, and I've just done it like a light mist. You maybe need to do a few more coats to come through. Um, but I think the Tamiya mixture might be the ticket to go forward. So it's just to give you a bit of update, guys, on where I am with this at the moment. So let me get on with it, and I'll get a couple of quotes down. Cheers. Right, guys. So back at the desk here. So I've done a bit of experiment. I tried this MRP 185, the Desert Pink. So I just tried it on the underside of the Chinook. It didn't come out quite well as I expected. Um, it's a very thin paint. And it took a few coats, took a few passes, and used up quite a lot of paint actually because it's pretty thin. As you probably well know, pressure low and spread it, but not really what I was after. So as a backup plan, so I'll just pop that up there. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to go by the instructions that what do they call it? The matte desert. So it says 3 portions of weight to 4 portions of the flat earth. I just went 50/50. And here is the mixture. Nice and milky. A wee bit of X28 in it as well. Just a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pour a wee bit into the airbrush here, and I'm gonna have a go, basically. Yeah, it's coming out. Okay. So stand back. There you go. So I want to try and let the black come through. So I'm just going to spray on nice and light. It'll probably take a couple of passes. I don't want to flood. I don't want to flood the area with paint. Right, let me see that. I just wanted to show you that, guys, before I carried on. So I'll probably that's turning out quite nice actually. What I'll probably do, I'll probably give that another pass because that's the effect I want to get. I want the black primer. I want it to come through as well, um, through that mixture. And then I was thinking of maybe getting some liquid mask and sort of doing on strategic spots. Gosh, get your teeth in there. And then going over again, maybe with some sort of a pigment or something. And gosh, that's oh dear. Um, and sort of giving some variety to the surface of the aircraft. But no, it was a bit of a shame about the underside of it there. I'll need to do that again. But anyway, I just want to keep you up to date, guys. So that's probably be the finish of part two on the painting. So then the next part will probably be try some weathering and then getting the decals all and finishing it. Okay. Thanks for watching, guys, and look out for part three. Cheers.